Coach, thanks for joining us. What are some things you've seen so far that have excited you about the group as a whole and specifically the D line?
I think they're flying around. I think the group is young. They're talented. They give maximum effort every single day. I think they're playing physical. Now we have MAs because no one ever plays a perfect game of football. We know that. But at the end of the day, I think when you look at it, and I think we just got done with practice 6. We sit back and say, hey, did we give maximum effort and were we mentally and physically tough? And I think at times you see that now when we don't have pads on, it gets tough because in between the trenches with the O line and D line. But I think for some of the young guys that we have, like Tyson Lee and Elijah Hawk and Corey Walker, I mean those guys are doing a tremendous job for us right now. So we're super excited. Mason Nelson is another one who is doing some really good things for us.
So a lot of familiar faces back. Also lost some absolute studs to the draft and graduation. How are Ralph Halley and Ali Fayed doing preparing for the next level right now?
It's funny. I just talked to Ralph last night. We were done with our staff meeting in the evening, and I gave him a call, and he just got done working out. So I know he was just getting done with the workout. He is up to like 293 pounds right now, the heaviest he's been, moving well, running pretty good. Ali did a tremendous job, obviously, in the bowl game he played in. He is working his tail off, and so as a coach, super happy for him. But just as somebody that got a chance to work with the young men for the last few seasons, I'm so happy for them and their families. They're doing a tremendous job.
So we are returning Zaire Barnes, and he's such a great talent. He how would you just describe his versatility and how he can be a headache for opposing offenses?
I think you just hit the word right on the head. Versatile. He is versatile. I mean, Zaire can play one position, and then we can put him in the box, and he can blitz, he can cover, he can run with tight ends and running backs and receivers. And I think he's done a tremendous job of being physical at the point of attack when it's block destruction, making plays in the run game. In the passing game, I think he does an unbelievable job with his eye progression. He's rerouting people off the seams. Zaire Barnes is one of our best players, and super, super, super to be able to work with him and coach him.
So you're heading the special teams efforts this year. Sean Tyler had that amazing kick return in the quick lane bowl that really turned momentum for the game. What was that moment like for you at the time?
Electric. It was electric. I mean, I think as a special teams unit, we had worked on obviously 3 weeks of preparing for their kickoff coverage team, and they did some things we saw, and Sean did an unbelievable job of pressing it vertical, and then he hit the seam, and he put it in the next gear, and I thought, everybody was there at Ford Field. You saw the crowd, you saw our sideline. I mean, literally, when you ever have a big play on special teams, it kind of changes the complexity of the game a little bit.
Do you expect he'll be the primary return guy again on kick return?
I hope so. I hope so. I think so. Yes, sir.
Who are some others that might contribute on kick return and punt return?
Yeah, Corey Croom's doing a tremendous job during specialist period, fielding and catching punts and kickoffs for us. Anthony Sambucci, just to throw a few names out there. I think those receivers and obviously Sean are doing a tremendous job for us catching the ball.
Is there anyone outside of the returners you want to give a shout out to that does a great job that's not always recognized?
Absolutely, our shield and our punt. You've got Jack Sherwin. Addison West and Jake Gideon, those guys in our punt protection do a tremendous job for us. They're offensive linemen. They're all three starting right now up front. I think they do a tremendous job. They're physical. They're now veterans for us. They know the expectation. And I think anytime you talk about offensive linemen, sometimes they don't get the praise or recognition. And I get the fortunate opportunity to work with those young men day in and day out. So very, very blessed to coach those three young men.
All right, Andre, thanks for joining us. How do you feel you've grown as a player the last few years now that you're a veteran?
All right. It came pretty fast. It happened, actually, it took time for real, with the help of Ali, Ralph Holly. I had Eric Asua as well, like 2018, 2019. Tim Collins helped me just come into the player I am, just taking things from their game and adding it to mine. And it's been tremendous, actually.
What do you feel like are some of your strengths as a player?
My strength attributes, I really like to use my speed. I like to use strong hands. I love bending the angle and bending the edge as fast as I can for real. So I would say my speed to power, things of that nature.
What was it like winning a bowl game in your hometown?
It was legendary. Honestly, I haven't been inside Ford Field since 2014 when I was in Little League. So it was a blessing to win that with the guys and bring it back home.
How confident are you in this defensive group? There's so many returners and new guys. Should be pretty good. How do you feel?
The thing with that is this offseason been so different from the other ones since the bowl game win. What I mean by that is the amount of guys stepping up to the plate and just putting in the extra work, coming in countless hours throughout the day, spending it up here. It's just crazy, and that doesn't do anything but help with where we're going and the direction we're going ahead.
Anyone in particular want to give a shout out to that has really been grinding?
D-line room specifically, or? Oh, yeah, all right. I got to give it to the young guys. Elijah Hawk, Tyson Lee, Corey Walker, Josh Nobles, and Grange. Those guys been stepping it up a notch for real, and been stepping up for some young guys. When we need them, they're always there.
Can you speak to the upperclassman leadership on the D line? Who's going to be kind of the more vocal guys this year?
We got Braden Fisk. You know, he's been here with me. He came in with me. And we also got Marshawn Nealon, who's actually been like a good rotator and like been coming up and stepping up since as a young guy. So I believe us three as a whole will be the ones to get it done and be the voice.
Can you speak to the kind of cohesiveness and special connection you have with this group and the coaches and all these guys you've been fighting with for the last few years?
Like I said, the years has been so many. It's been so different. Besides this one is just something about this year that's been like totally different from the other years, as far as just the bond, the family feeling, and just like guys getting to know each other. Like offensive guys hanging with defensive guys, getting work in, extra work in, and I think that's just helped us a lot. I believe that Corvin Moment, Zaire Barnes, me, Ryan Seeley, and Bryce Gardner, everybody on the back ends and things of that nature. We took last season, the season before that, and we just been putting it together and constantly working and grinding with each other, pushing each other to be better. And that's actually, it was pretty uncommon at first. So like, you know, it's good to like have that feeling, and that's why I feel like this is gonna be a great one.
So we noticed you switched your number from 5 to 1. Is there any particular reason you did that?
I mean, you know, I came in with number 5. My big brother, he had number 1, Ali Fayed. Then we had Keon Adams beforehand who had it. So I just feel like it's a DN tradition, you know, pass it down as the years go on. So